I received a call from the college porter at 10 o'clock Saturday morning. There was a man and a car waiting for me. I was lucky. With my hair still wet, I just had time to throw on a white shirt, my blue linen jacket, beige chinos, and brown leather shoes. Garden party attire, despite the grey day. As I slipped past the lodge and through the wicket onto the street, the porter watched me with suspicious eyes. I had no idea why, until I saw the long wheelbase black Mercedes parked on double yellow lines, and the driver waiting to open the back door for me. The porter, whose only experiences of me had involved picking up awkward Amazon parcels and the many times I forgot my key, must have been at a loss to theorise why this bumbling student was being collected in such style. "Mr. Hollow?" the driver asked. I told him I was, and he invited me to step into the cream leather back seat. Once snuggled in, he asked me if I would like to hear any music. I told him anything classical would be fine. As I settled in for the hour or so drive to London, I pressed a button on the centre console and the seat began to massage me. I had never experienced anything like it. Numbed, it took me 15 minutes to realise we were heading north. I was too embarrassed to ask the driver where we were going, but another 15 minutes later, he announced that we had arrived wherever it was. We trundled through an electric gate and toward one of the 2 metal hangars. The crisp, white pin-sharp nose of a private jet poked out eagerly towards the moody skies. The driver pulled the car up within 5 metres of the steps, at the base of which stood an attractive brunette in her early 30s, wearing a loose white blouse, sharp burgundy blazer and matching pencil skirt. "Good morning, Mr. Hollow. My name is Ariadne," she chirped with a welcoming smile as I stepped from the car onto 5 metres of laid red carpet. "If you would like to follow me, please." I followed her up the steps and was led into the empty, narrow cabin and to another cream leather seat. This one did not offer massages. "Would you like a drink before we take off?" she asked. I declined. "Very well. I'll be your attendant on this flight, so if you need anything at all, make sure to ask." The way she said it would have aroused a less confused man. "We're not waiting for anyone else?" I asked. "The family travelled up yesterday from London. You are our only guest today. Is there anything else you'd like to ask?" "Yes, actually. Ariadne, this may sound stupid, but I have no idea where we're going. I'm not exactly used to this. I've never even flown business class." Her customary smile broke into a genuine grin. "Don't worry, we'll look after you. We're flying to Edinburgh Airport. Our flight time will be approximately 1 hour. Our runway slot is not for another 30 minutes. My advice would be to sit back, relax, and enjoy as much free stuff as you can." In less than 30 minutes we were airborne, and I could look back onto the Chilterns and forward to where England is painted on the map. I declined a glass of champagne, wanting to keep my head clear, but accepted a Sicilian lemonade. I also accepted a croque monsieur once my stomach started rumbling. After an infrequently bumpy hour, we arrived at Edinburgh Airport in an early afternoon shower. I thanked Ariadne and was sad to leave her as I climbed into a long wheelbase black Bentley. It drove me to the other side of the airport, to a spidery midnight blue helicopter. If I am honest, my heart sank. Once I had been strapped into my seat, I was given a chunky headset so I could shout conversation with the pilot. Once we were airborne, and the croque monsieur had threatened to come back up, I politely asked him how much longer I would have to endure this. "Flight time today is around 90 minutes, he told me. Great. 100 windy, stomach-churning minutes later, we did a sudden swerve over a large lake, and I saw below us several long, connected black marquees constructed right on the bank of the water. They had been erected on a temporary steel floor, anchored into the earth, which gave the impression the tents were floating 2 metres off the ground. They disappeared behind pine trees as we landed on a similarly constructed steel helipad less than 500 metres further inland. Mercedes, jet, Bentley and helicopter. I already felt considerably underdressed.